Okay, permutations and combinations. First class. So permutations and combinations. Okay, this is very important topic in both G-mains and advanced and in daily life also. Somebody asked yesterday one question. Statistics, where we use this. Statistics and especially measures of dispersion. In that no measures of dispersion, mean deviation was there, and he was asking, sir, where do we use? So yesterday I told him that today I will tell. So anyway, so in math we have two. So many times I told math we have two types of mathematics we have. One is pure math, and another is applied math. Applied math. So these two types of mathematics is there: pure math and applied mathematics. Pure mathematics, applied mathematics. In post graduation studies, we learn this. In pure math, what is the use of this pure math? Applied math means we apply in so many fields, and we cannot understand actually now. For example, if a child asks, so I am teaching first grade child I am teaching. This is very important foundation, because now many people will stuck here. So 4 years ago, one boy in the G-mains coaching only, in IIT Golded only, one boy asked me, wow, where do we apply all this in our life? Where do we apply all this in our life? He was mad after that. And in between, I was trying to explain him, but in between, he left the college. Why he left the college? Reason is that he is not able to relate this education with his life. So that's what he was. So then, so that's the reason it is important. Applied math means we apply this mathematics. So, but we don't understand how do we apply. Okay. So first grade child, I am teaching A B C D, A B C D. I am teaching, or words I am teaching, words I am teaching. So you may ask, so where do we apply in our life? Even if I explain him, even if I explain him also, yeah, sure, I'll speak loud. Okay, so already almost it is loud only. Okay, anyway. So if we ask the first grade child, sir, where do we use this A, B, C, D and all this cat and dog, where do we use? He may also ask. So even if we teach also, he'll not understand. Means just I am giving this example. And many other things also we teach him. Na? So he may also ask, but he will not understand. Similarly, we also use this applied mathematics, we apply in our life, but we don't understand. So only those who are in that field can understand. So, for example, in computers, so in this computer is complete. This computer basis is completely mathematics only, because from beginning, actually, this calculators have come. Calculators. So in that calculators, programming, everything is done by this mathematics only. But mathematics only. So that is a basic. But actually, if you see that. Yeah, now from that the calculators, then computers evolved, and from computers now, so technology is so vastly used, but this all is developed on the basis of mathematics only. But you don't understand this integration used, differentiation used, you don't understand, because we don't if we go and work in that field, then only we can understand that application. So but if you have to go in that field and you have to work, means what? Basic is you have to learn. First you have to learn, then only you will go and work there. If you don't learn, first only if you question, then you will not go, you will never go there. First only if you question, sir, where do we apply, then where do you go? So you will not learn, you will not go to that field. Hope you understand, this gave you clarity. So that is one is applied math, so you apply. Okay, so but your pure math, in so many technological fields you apply this. But what is pure math? Pure math is only to develop your thinking process. Okay, to develop logic and reasoning. Only to develop this logic and reasoning, you need this pure mathematics, like so your even numbers, odd numbers, prime numbers, and your so many theorems on prime numbers will be there. Mostly that is not much applied actually, but that is only to develop logical thinking and reasoning power in your mind. So that logical thinking and reasoning power is that actually used in some other ways. It's not directly used, but this by this you will be tested. Okay, in so many exams, na, they will mental ability also will be there. So some of the exams our people are writing, so mental ability questions will be there, and mathematical aptitude will be there. So there it will be tested. Your mind ability can be tested by this, using this subject. This is the medium of the subject by which your mental ability can be uh, mental ability can be tested. So by in that way it will be used. They will use this subject to test you. So how much? So for example, they will give you some 4 or 5 pages of some theory. So how fast you can learn, that depends on your logical thinking and reasoning, how fast you can analyze it. So that way only you can use this one. So therefore, don't have this question, sir, where do I apply? And don't get disturbed by that. Okay, first you learn, later slowly, some of we will not apply all the things, but some of things we apply. Otherwise it will develop your logical thinking and reasoning. Okay, but this is only for your mind, mental ability only. This is not like, no, you develop your character. Okay, this is actually, there are two things. So uh, yeah, anyway, so just I'll mention this, uh, that some of the things, no, skills, the skills and the character is completely different. Character development and skills is completely different. So a person of no character can also have so many skills. Don't get confused. If somebody has so many skills, don't think this is a good person. Some movie actors will be there, they will have so many skills of dancing and this and that. So everybody thinks, so nicely he can act as a good person, doesn't mean that he will have a good character. He may not have that good character. So the skills is different from character. So yeah, these are all skills. These are all 21st, people say 21st century skills. So these are all like, mathematics and all skills we are developing. So to earn money, that's it. Okay, this doesn't develop character or something. Okay, anyway. So okay, now we'll come to permutations and combinations. So this is one of the topic we use a lot in daily life also, very important. Many people use this permutations and combination words also. Okay, so here today first class, now first let us see what is actually permutation and combination. You should have clarity. So this permutation means arrangement. Simply if you say arrangements, permutations means arrangements, combinations means selections, another word. Okay, permutations, another word is arrangement. Combinations, another word is selections. Okay, so now here, when you have to arrange, you should also you need to select. That means what? Here you need to select and then arrange. Select and arrange. Okay, now for example, I have A, B, C. Okay, three objects I have. Three objects. A, B, C, three objects I have. So here, three objects I have. So here, question is number of permutations. Number of permutations of these three objects. Three objects. Okay, number of permutations of three objects taken two at a time. Two at a time. Let's say this is the question. So your number of permutations of three objects taken two at a time. So from three objects, so number of permutations of three objects taken two at a time. That means what? First you have to take two objects. You have to take two objects and then you have to arrange. So now what are the objects you can take? You may take AB, or you may take AC, or you may take BC. These are the three ways you can select. These are the three ways you can select. These are selections. These are selections. After selecting, you have to arrange. So when you arrange, you may arrange AB or BA. Then AC, you may arrange as AC or CA. And you may arrange BC as BC or CB. So now here, these are six. You got six arrangements, six permutations. Six permutations. These are the six permutations we have. But whereas common selection means what? Actually, here number of selections of 3 objects taken to a time. That means what? 3 objects are given, you have to select 2 objects. So here person A is there, person B is there, person C is there. From 3 persons you have to select 2 persons. So number of ways you can select is 3. You may select AB, person A, person B, AB or AC or BC. Here there is no question of arrangement. This is selections. So these are what? These are arrangements. Selection. So whenever permutation is there, in that selection and arrangement. Selection and arrangement. Two things are involved. When combinations is there, in combination only one thing is involved. Only you have to select. Okay. So basically this is the permutation and combination. So here when 3 objects are given, so here we selected 2 objects. One is selection, another is permutation, means arrangement. Okay, so 2 objects, how many ways you can select? 3 ways you can select. 2 objects you can select 3 ways. So therefore 3 selections are there, or 3 combinations we say. And here when 3 objects are given, you have to what are 2 object arrangements or 2 object permutations. Okay, that only we call number of permutations of 3 objects taken to a time. Ante 2 objects 3 objects ఇచ్చినప్పుడు 2 objects తీసుకొని 3 objects ఇచ్చినప్పుడు 2 objects తీసుకొని మనం ఎన్ని permutations వస్తాయి. So when 3 objects are given, you have to first select 2 objects. That is, you may select A, B, B, C, C, A. So when you arrange, A, B can be arranged A comma B or B comma A, like that. So 6 arrangements you get. So okay, anyway, let's take so when A, B, C is given, so another is 3 object combinations. 3 object combinations. Okay, next 3 object permutations. 3 object permutations. Okay, 3 object combination means what? You have to select. When 3 objects are given, you have to select 3 object combination, means you have to select all 3 objects. That is one way. When 3 objects are given, what you should do? You have to select. You have to arrange 3 objects. Na? 3 objects you have to select and arrange. What are the 3 objects you select? When ABC are given, you have to select ABC. That's only one way you have. Okay, that means actually you don't need to select all the objects you need to take. Na? So that is called one way. And here permutation means when 3 objects are given, number of permutations of these 3 objects. So here is like this: A, B, C, A, C, B. Okay, A, then when B, if you put B, A, C, B, C, A, C, A, B, C, B, A. Hope you understand. These are the 6 arrangements, okay, of these 3 objects. So these are called permutations. These are permutations. So this is called combination. Combination. So for combination we put comma, because like our set, you put a set. Set means what? There is no in set there is no order. A, B, C, B, C, everything is same only. This is permutation. This is combination. Okay, this is only brief idea of what is permutation and combination. All right. So now very important thing is there. One I thought to discuss that one. Factorial. First, let us discuss factorial. Already you have idea about factorial. What is this factorial? So here n factorial means of first n natural numbers. So product of first n natural numbers. Product of first n natural numbers. Okay, that is product of first n natural numbers, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into so on up to n minus 1 into n till you get n you should write. Okay, that is 5 factorial means what? Better to write from back. That is 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 5 factorial. Okay, so now this is so 10 factorial means what? The product of first 10 natural numbers. First 10 natural numbers 10, 9, 8, so on up to 3, 2, 1, like that. So this is 10 factorial. You know, in factorial. So what you can do is here 10 factorial you can write 10 into, from here you can write 9 factorial. You can write 10 into 9 into 8 factorial. So like the 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial, you can write wherever you want, you can stop. That is, therefore n factorial you can write as n into n minus 1 factorial, or you can write n factorial as n into n minus 1 factorial into n minus 2 factorial. So like this you can this idea you can extend. So here n is a natural number, no doubt. First n natural number means 1 factorial is what? 1 only. Okay, 2 factorial is what? 2 into 1, that is 2 only. 3 factorial is what? 3 to 1, that is 6. You have to remember this. 4 factorial is what? 4 into 3 factorial. 4 into 3 factorial is 6, 24. 5 factorial means what? 5 into 4 factorial. 4 factorial is 24. 24 5 is 120. So 6 factorial means what? 6 into 5 factorial. 5 factorial is 12. 12 6 are 72. Right? 720. Till 720 at least you have to remember. So 7 factorial we have to find out. Let's say 7 into 6 factorial is 720. Already we know. So you can do it very fastly. Okay, 7 2 and 7 7. Okay, whatever comes. So like that. But here 0 factorial is also there. That value is 1. So this will this is called convention. By convention we are taking this. Convention ante mass convention ante ante annitiki అంటే ఇది కూడా అన్నిటికీ మ్యాచ్ అయిపోతుంది. అంటే ఏంది, తీసుకోవడం వల్ల మ్యాథ్స్ లో ఎటువంటి మనకి మిస్టేక్ జరగట్లేదు, ఎర్రర్ రావట్లేదు. ఓకేనా, తీసుకుంటే ఎలాంటి ఎర్రర్ జరగట్లేదు కాబట్టి మనం తీసుకుంటున్నాం అనమాట. -1 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఉండదు. ఇది -1 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ డస్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్, ఉండదు. ఓన్లీ న్యాచురల్ నెంబర్స్ కే ఉంటుంది. ఓన్లీ ఫర్ న్యాచురల్ నెంబర్స్ ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. బట్ 0 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ 1 బై కన్వెన్షన్. కన్వెన్షన్ అంటే ఏంటంటే చెప్పిన కదా, అంటే ఈ 0 ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ 1 తీసుకోవడం వల్ల మనకి ఎలాంటి నష్టం జరగట్లేదు, ఎర్రర్ మన మ్యాథ్స్ లో ఎర్రర్ ఏం రావట్లేదు. ఇది అన్నిటికి కూడా మ్యాచ్ అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. కాబట్టి మనం అట్లా తీసుకుంటాం. సో ఎట్లా మ్యాచ్ అవుతుంది చూద్దాం. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఇది ఉంది కదా మనకి. సో n ఫ్యాక్టోరియల్ n into n minus 1 factorial. So n minus 1 factorial is obviously n factorial by n, right? So here let's put n equal to 1. You can put n equal to 1, no problem. So here 1 minus 1, 0 factorial equal to what you get? N factorial means 1 factorial by 1, which is 1. So 0 factorial equal to 1 you are getting. Here also this is satisfying. This is not the only reason, but this is one of the reasons. It's matching, I am saying. So here, if at all you put n equal to 0, now first of all you should not put n 0. First of all you should not put n 0. N cannot be taken 0. Okay, if you take n 0, what will happen? If you take n 0 here, -1 factorial, you get 0 factorial by 0, not defined. You know, you all know 1 by 0 not defined. So therefore, what I am saying is 0 factorial equal to 1. That is important point you should notice. This is one of the reasons. Other reasons I will explain you after permutations. Permutations topic starts. So now we cannot explain because permutation. In that permutation 0 factorial will come. Combination also we will discuss 0 factorial. That time you can be more clear why 0 factorial is 1. Why it is convention. Okay. Okay, let's go to next. Some questions based on this factorial. Factorial notation is very important. So we need to do some problems based on this factorial. Let us do some problems based on this. So here, let for example, this is important today because suddenly we started this permutations and combinations. People don't know. That is the reason what I am doing is today I will only giving introduction. That is the reason I explained some of things here. Here let's say first question is there here, that is if an equal to n into n factorial, okay, then summation n into n factorial summation r equal to 1 to 100. So ar is equal to dash is a question now. Of course, this is very important actually here. Based on this factorial, we have so many important questions, and these are very important questions because these ideas we use. Yeah. So these ideas we use, that's the reason important. Okay, now this question is there. How do we do this question? So if at all you see here, summation AR is there. So AR, that means what actually here what you get is A1 plus A2. Question is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus 1 up to plus AN. This AN means what here? A100. Okay, this is the question. Everybody can understand this much. So if I expand summation R equal to 1, summation is plus R equal to plus 1 up to plus a 100. So, but here, what is this? This one, if you substitute 1 into 1 factor, 2 into 2 factor, 100 into 100 factorial, you cannot calculate that. That means some logic is there. What is that logic? If you substitute directly, you can't find out. So 1 into 1 factor like this plus 2 into 2 factor plus 3 into 3 factorial. How do you find this? It's difficult. 100 into 100 factor, you cannot calculate. But you have to use a logic here. That is the idea here. N into n factorial. What is the logic? Many times we get this logic in problems. What is that? N plus 1 minus 1 into n factorial. Okay, what you can write? N plus 1 into n factorial minus 1 into n factorial. Please understand this. N plus 1 into n factorial. Next, minus 1 into n factorial. Why did we write this? Then you understand now. N plus 1 factorial minus n factorial. I already told no? N plus 1 into n factorial. N plus 1, what you can write? N plus 1 factorial, what you can write? N plus 1 into n plus 1 into n into n minus 1, so on. But you can stop here. 7 factor, what you can write? 7 into 6 factorial. Similarly, n plus 1 factor, n plus 1 into n factorial. This is what you can write. Okay. Now here, okay, this one if you write, no use actually. If you write this instead of this one, you should write like this. A1. A1 means what? You have to substitute 1 here. 2 factorial minus 1 factorial. Then you got the idea, I think. Plus A2, 2 you substitute. A2 means you have to substitute here instead of n2. So 2 factorial minus this is, 3 factorial minus 2 factorial. Next, substitute 3, 4 factorial minus 3 factorial. Now, of course, if you have 3 terms, you can understand this 2 getting cancelled. If you have 2 terms from the last one term and in the beginning, second term you are having, okay, after cancellation, what is left is from last term. So if you take 3 terms, so this will get cancelled. 4 factorial minus 1 factorial. Similarly, but if you have 100 terms, so 101 factorial minus 100 factorial. 100 factorial is going to get cancelled from before term. Okay, here 100 factorial minus 910 factorial, you know, that's the reason this is going to get cancelled. So here, you will not have 101 is the highest, so you will not have any term to cancel it. So here, 1 factor is the least, you will not have any term, okay, to cancel 1 factor. Therefore, so 101 factorial minus 1. Okay, this is your answer. This is very important logic to learn. Okay, here if an equal to n by n plus 1 factorial. Okay, then summation n equal to 1 to 50 an is equal to dash. Okay, this is also same model like that only. This is also the important idea. So we can directly write this n equal to an equal, we can write what? N plus 1 minus 1. Okay, by n plus 1. Why did I write? You know. Okay, this is only for exercise of factorial. What we used here is you see n plus 1 factor is n plus 1 into n factor, like that. So here some exercise on this. So here n plus 1 by n plus 1 factorial minus 1 by n plus 1 factorial. This can be written as n plus 1. Again, n plus 1 factorial is n plus 1 into n factorial. So here 1 by n factorial minus 1 by n plus 1 factorial. Then you can substitute. So what you get is 1 by 1 factorial minus 1 by 2 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial. And then next, if you substitute 1, this is if you substitute 2, then 1 by 2 factorial minus 1 by 3 factorial. Substitute 3. If you substitute next 2, no? If you substitute 2, 1, 2, 3, I think 3, yeah, 3. 1 by 4 factorial plus 1. Okay, here if you substitute 50 factorial minus 1 by 51 factorial. Yeah, you can understand. Now this is getting cancelled, you see. If you take only how many terms? If you take 2 terms till here, if you take, okay, till here if you take, na, first and last term will be there. So therefore 1 minus 1 by 51 factorial. Yeah, this is 51 factorial, like this. Okay, for you homework. What is the homework? 1 into 1 factorial plus 2 into 2 factorial plus 3 into 3 factorial plus so on up to plus n into n factories. So this is homework for you. Next, if n factorial comma 3n factor 3 into n factorial. This is 3 into n factorial and n plus 1 factorial are in AP, are in okay GP, then n factorial comma 5 into n factorial comma n plus 1 factorial are in okay. This you can do actually based on factorial. You have some questions in textbook also you can do. So this you can say GP means what? 3 times here n. That's the reason this is a question. I am discussing few questions so that you will get about the clarity. 3n factorial is different. 3n factorial means 3 into n factorial like this. 3 into n factorial is different. Okay, so that's why I'm writing. So here GP means what? 3 into n factorial is whole square. Okay, b square equal to s, n factorial into n plus 1 factorial like this. What do you write? 3 is 9 into this n factorial into n factorial. Okay, n factorial whole square. So you should be careful. N factorial whole square is n factorial into n factorial only. Okay, you cannot say n square factorial square something like that. This is what n factorial into n plus 1 factorial is n plus 1 into n factorial. So like that, n factorial cancel, see. So simply like this you get n equal to 8 you get. Okay, this is only exercise on factorial. So you know 8. So now 8 factorial is there, comma 5 into 8 factorial and 9 factorial. These are in. So these are in what? Either APR, GPR, HP only, na? Or in APR, GPR, HPR. By same logic, if you square, now this is 25 into, if you square this, 25 into 8 factorial into 8 factorial. Can we get this equal to this 8 factorial into 9 factorial is the question now? Because here 5 is there, but 5 has 25, you will not get 8 factorial into 9 factorial. This square equal to this is not possible because 8 factorial, 8 factorial, 9 only left. So this is not possible. So then not in GP. So AP, let's try AP. AP is what? 2 into 5 into 8 factorial equal to 8 factorial plus 9 factorial. N is 8 factorial plus 9 factorial. Yes, this is true. 10 into 8 factorial. Here, what is you see? Logic is 8 factorial, 9 into 8 factorial. If you take 8 factorial common, then 1 plus 9. That is what? 10 into 8 factorial, like that. So you are getting this, therefore R in AP. Like this you should do. Hope you got clarity in this. So actually here today I am not going deep into the topic, only basic questions I am making you do, because there is a purpose for this. Some people may not attend, but tomorrow onwards everybody must attend. So that is the reason I am telling this, explaining today some important logics. Some important logics are factorials. Answers are there. You can try. This is n plus 1 factorial. Please try now. B, n plus 2 factorial minus 1. C, n into n plus 1 factorial. D, none. Okay, this is a question. How do you solve this to get a simple answer here? How do you do this one? So here less than 1 minute is there. So here, but here if you see summation here, what you can write this one. So here r square plus 1 is there. But if you see r square plus 1, here r factorial is there. But if you have r square plus 1, so if you have your uh, r plus 1 is there, r minus 1 is there, then it is actually beneficial. Means r plus 1 into r factor, you can write r plus 1 factorial, you can write. Like that you can write. Okay, let us see now. We have this, what you can write, r square. Okay, let us write here what you can write, r square minus 1 here plus 2. You can write like this into r factorial.